What's going on, guys? Give me back another MLB Show 21 video. And in today's video, we are going to be going over my predictions for the World Series program, which will be coming out tomorrow. I'm very excited for it because we are going to get some very good cards in it. But if you are new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. Best way to support the channel by far. Let's get into it. So, starting off, we have basically how I structured this. I did 7 total cards, 4 Braves, 3 Astros. That's what I'm predicting it's going to be like. It was kind of similar to that last year with the Braves and with the Rays and the Dodgers. Very similar to that. They also had a flashback card, which was like 2018 Steve Pearce. So if they're going to do a flashback, it's probably either going to be 2019, to Steven Strasburg 2019 card. Actually, is that in the game already? I think no, that was in the game last year. 2019 postseason Steven Strasburg or 2020 postseason Corey Seager. I prefer Corey Seager because that card would be a great card for sure. Anyway, let's get into it. So, we're not going to spend too much time going around everything. We're just going to go straight into predictions. But first, I would like to thank Dork Diplo for making the cards you saw in the thumbnail. Anyway, let's get into it. This is the first guy I'd like to talk about, and he's kind of interchangeable if they decide to do 3 and 3. And that's going to be Freddie Freeman. He had a very good series. You know, he hit a few home runs. One of them was like a 460-foot bomb. I think he had 2 home runs in the series. He was pretty good with the team he played for. He had 318 batting average. He had 2 home runs. He drove in 5 RBIs. He had one of the best performances of the World Series, and they might give him a 99 for that. If they don't, they'll give him a 99 later down the road, but this might be a good time just to release the 99 Freddie Freeman now and get him here, get the 99 Freeman to us now. I would love 99 Freeman. Freeman would be insane, and if it seems like there was a weird cut in there, there was. So let's get into the comparison. The comparison card for 99 Freeman is going to be 99 Christian Yelich. Obviously maxed out against righties, pretty solid against lefties as well. Not the greatest fielding, but the speed will definitely be lower on Yelich. I would suspect the hitting is going to be basically that, and maybe the same amount of defense, but just lower speed. That's kind of what I expect out of a Freddie Freeman type card. Great against righties, pretty solid against lefties as well, at least in terms of power. Next guy is going to be for the Astros, Jose Altuve. So here's Altuve live series card. You know, good power, pretty good hitting overall, low fielding, decent speed. So he had a pretty good series as well. He was the only Astro that actually did anything. He had 2 home runs, and that, I think, those were his only 2 hits, so 2 home runs. So he's the only Astro with a home run, and he's really one of the only Astros that did anything. So he's probably going to get the best Astros card. If not, it'll be some other guy that I'll talk about later. So let's get into the comparison card. Kike Hernandez, and actually now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably actually going to be closer to the other boosted guy, the other boosted postseason guy, Chris Taylor, at least in terms of speed. I do think the hitting is going to be a little weaker on Altuve than it is for Taylor, but, you know, the defense is going to be pretty low. The speed's going to be around 78. This is kind of what we expect out of Jose Altuve card. He has the 98 tops now card, so if I can go and find that real quick. That is from a experience that I want to forget really badly, so let's just find Altuve real quick. And, you know, we have his 98 tops now card, and pretty good. Yep, kind of what you expect. Decent fielding, good speed. You know, this is kind of what you expect out of a high overall Altuve card. It's probably just going to be better than this with hitting and probably lower fielding. So, because they're going to boost it for the World Series program, and probably for all of his pretty good postseason, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, let's get back to the Braves. Next guy is going to be Adam Duvall, and this is the guy that's kind of neck and neck with Freeman, whether they'll give 3 Braves cards or 3 Astros cards or more Braves cards than Astros cards. If they do the same, it's probably interchangeable between Freeman and Duvall. Now, Duvall, he was not the greatest. He didn't have the greatest World Series. He had 2 home runs. You know, he hit the ball well, but I still think with Altuve, those home runs were his only 2 hits. So you got to kind of keep that in mind when you're thinking about these things, because those are his only 2 hits. But if they're going to do like a momental card, it's probably going to be based off that grand slam he had in the first inning in Game 5. Probably going to be based off of that. And that was against lefty Framber Valdez. And this is, by the way, his tops now card from earlier on in the year. So, like, this is kind of what a Diamond Duvall would look like. And I'm just going to show you guys what a better Diamond DUVALL would look like. Better Diamond DUVALL I went with was Andrew McCutchen, at least for hitting terms of things. Now, you think the speed and defense is going to be lower. Speed, not a ton, but defense a lot lower. But in terms of hitting, probably similar to Kutch, just higher power versus lefties. Probably maxed out power versus lefties, and a little bit higher power versus righties as well. I just went with Kutch because he's a pretty good lefty hitter, and that's basically what Adam DUVALL is. He's a good lefty hitter. He hits righties well too, but you know, he's a good power hitter. And I thought Kutch was a quick, lazy comparison card because it was getting late and I was tired of comparing these cards. Going back to the Astros, we have Michael Brantley, who, if you don't think Altuve had the best series, then Brantley did. 333 batting average. Now, he didn't hit for a ton of power. That's why his OPS is about, like, I can't even find his OPS. It's like 824. He didn't have many extra base hits. If any, he had 2 doubles. I don't think he had a home run in the series. So, he mostly is going to get max out contact. And I'm going to just go into the comparison card. Comparison card I'm going with is Wade Boggs. Probably lower power than this, especially against lefties. The power is going to be lower. But besides that, the defense, the speed, basically going to be Wade Boggs. It's going to be high overall contact and vision. It's going to be a pretty lower. It's going to be lower side of fielding and about decent speed. Power is going to be lower, but Wade Boggs, Michael Brantley gives you a solid idea. Now, this next guy is interesting. I went with Zach Greinke. Now, you can call me crazy and say pick any other Astro, but I chose not to. I chose not to pick any other Astro. I chose Zach Greinke. He went 4 innings, didn't allow a run. He allowed 2 hits, I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter. My point is, I have 2 comparison cards for him. MADDUX is going to be the guy I'm comparing in terms of, like, stats on the board. Maybe probably lower stamina. Kind of similar on the speeds of pitch mixes. Not the pitch mix itself, but the speed is going to be like that. And he's probably going to have pretty good control, good home runs per 9, decent hits in Ks per 9, and really low velo and really good break. Now, if we get into second comparison, I'm going the hitting stats of Jacob deGrom because he had 2 singles in the series, which is most than some of the other people on his team can say. He had 2 hits. He had more hits than Jock Peterson in that series. So they're going to give him solid hitting stats, and it will be funny as heck because they might even give him a hitting card, which would be funny. I don't think they're going to do that, but it'd be funny. I just went with him because I think it'd be funny if they give him high hitting stats. Anyway, let's get into our last 2 predictions with our both Braves. My first guy is going to be Max Fried. Here's his tops down from earlier on the year, and yes, this card did have hitting stats because it was a hitting card. So, yeah. Anyway, Max Fried, he pitched 6 innings after getting stepped on by Michael Brantley. In Game 6, he pitched phenomenally, didn't allow a hit. He actually allowed 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks. I remember that off of memory. Now, this is what a high overall Max Fried will look like. Now, if we get into an even higher Max Fried overall, we're going to be kind of talking about Bob Gibson over here in terms of hits in Ks per 9, kind of solid stamina, still going to be lower than that. He's going to have great control. Going to have pretty good pitching clutch, decent velo, decent break. The velo is going to be lower and the break's going to be lower. But, you know, it's Max Fried, and this is kind of what his pitch mix will look like. It's going to be very basic, and obviously he's going to be lefty and not Bob Gibson. So there's stuff to keep in mind there. But anyway, let's get into the final guy, the World Series MVP himself. Of course, I'm talking about Jorge Soler, the World Series MVP. He hit a few baseballs to space, in fact. So, this is what his 91 that came out like day 3 or something in the game. He came out really early in the year. 88 on both sides, 125 on both sides down. This is with plus parallel 4. I think the actual one is 123 power. But point is, power is going to be maxed out. My comparison card is very simple. I just want to go with it. And yes, my comparison card is going to be Frank Thomas. Going to have insane hitting. They're probably going to boost his vision so he's usable, and he's going to have that fielding. He's going to suck in defense, but he's going to be the best hitter in the game because Jorge Soler has a godly swing. He is going to be the best hitter in the game if they drop him and do it right. If they give him weak vision or weak contact, which I hope they will not, then he will not be as usable. But if they give him high vision, high high enough vision, high enough contact, he'll be very much usable and very much good. He'll be very, very, very good. SOLER, best hitter in the series, best hitter in the game. Fight me on that. Anyway, I'm Young Gaming. If you did enjoy these predictions, and if you agree with it, please let me know. Comment section down below. And you know I didn't put Austin Riley here, and I know I didn't put Austin Riley here. Fight me about it. Anyway, I'm Young Gaming. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you so much for watching.